Are you feeling chained down by your business? In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to intentionally create freedom as a small business owner, one decision at a time. Welcome to the Financial and Lifestyle Freedom Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And my name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette Co, a UK-based accounting firm. I'm a chartered accountant and certified profit first professional, as well as a small business growth strategist. And I'm going to talk about creating freedom as a small business owner. A lot of people feel chained down by their business, but the truth is that we can create freedom for ourselves if we make the right decisions. So let's dive in. Number one, make a list of things that are important to you. As a small business owner, taking intentional action to create freedom should be top of our minds. One way to start identifying what truly matters to you is to make a list of the 5 or 10 primary values or motivations behind your decisions. That can help set the tone for building that freedom. Often we get pulled into the day-to-day of our business, the fighting of the fires, and we really can forget why we're actually doing this and what we actually want in our lives. So this can create focus and clarity when helping you make decisions. Take time to brainstorm and write down those values on a piece of paper or on your computer and save them somewhere that you can find them easily, whatever works best for you. Doing so will give you some objectivity and timeless life perspective when making really important decisions, and ultimately helping you intentionally craft the kind of freedom desired in your life and your business. And number 2, prioritize those items and make decisions based on them. Make time for what is important to you. As a small business owner, prioritizing and making decisions can seem like a never-ending, daunting task. However, if you chip away one decision at a time, you start to create the sensation of freedom that comes with running your own business. By setting yourself achievable goals and regularly making the decisions necessary to reach them, you'll build up your skill set, while also creating the space needed for other priorities in your life. This process may seem incremental, but with consistent effort, you'll find that suddenly you are in control of both your schedule and your outcome, something that most people go into business to actually achieve. And number 3, delegate or outsource things that don't align with your priorities. As a small business owner, there is no policy manual for more important than the one that says delegate or outsource tasks that don't align with your priorities. When we free up our precious time by delegating unnecessary work to others, which may be unnecessary to us, but it's not necessarily unnecessary to the business, we create freedom that allows us the opportunity to focus on what really matters to us. Now, of course, when you're doing this, you need to look at the numbers and make sure you can actually afford to do this. And if you can't, then also looking at what needs to happen so that you can. But letting go can be hard and scary, but it's also necessary usually for success. And tapping into expertise of other professionals can make a world of difference to improving your own productivity. Trusting your team to navigate through tricky terrain will not only increase output, but will provide you with the unlimited reward. And that is freedom. Number 4, setting boundaries for yourself and your time. That means saying no more often. As a small business owner, it's important to pay attention to how you're allocating your time, or you risk drowning in daily responsibilities. Taking steps like setting boundaries for yourself and being pickier with requests are great ways to start creating some more freedom. It can be hard when you don't want to disappoint people, but saying no more often is an act of self-care that will benefit not only yourself, but your business in the long run. It may feel like a foreign concept at first, but intentional freedom is achievable, one decision at a time. And if you are enjoying today's episode of the Financial and Lifestyle Freedom Podcast, please do make sure that you subscribe in whichever podcast player you happen to be listening in. And number 5, simplify your business processes wherever possible. As a small business owner, it's essential to free up some of your own resources and simplify your business processes whenever you can. This means making deliberate decisions to reduce excess administration and inefficiencies wherever you can. It might be that you decide to outsource some services instead of doing them in-house, or explore new software platforms that might address multiple concerns at once. By taking the time to intentionally create freedom within your business, one decision at a time, you ensure that every ounce of energy is well spent and directed to tasks that really do matter. And number 6, invest in yourself. Being an entrepreneur is not always easy, and while it can be extremely rewarding, its success depends on how we choose to invest in ourselves, and this means creating intentional freedom one decision at a time. From scheduling heartfelt breaks to taking care of our mental and physical health, the power should ultimately lie in our hands. Intentionally investing in yourself is not just a ticket to successful business, but also one of the most effective strategies for achieving true fulfillment. So, for anyone intending to pursue their big ideas, start freeing yourself from that which does not serve you best. Making each conscious decision as if it were an investment will open up more pathways to greatness and lead towards having more meaningful relationships in every aspect of life. And number 7, celebrate your accomplishments. No matter how small they may seem, as a small business owner, have you ever felt burnt out or thought that nothing you do ever matters? Well, it's time to start celebrating the little moments of victory. As daunting as starting a business is, taking one step at a time to intentionally create freedom is achievable and emphasizes how worthwhile every decision made will be for your personal success. Celebrate each action taken, no matter how small. This can only help you stay motivated and give you a sense of accomplishment, aiding in building each action into a larger plan. So don't discount anything, cheer yourself on, and revel in the joy of your accomplishments. The culmination of these successes could be the most rewarding outcome for all your hard work yet. All of this takes time to create a freedom in your business, but if the willingness is there, you can achieve those results. By identifying which areas of your business you'd most like freedom in, and then make specific choices that move you closer to that goal, you can begin to experience greater freedom starting as soon as today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Financial and Lifestyle Freedom Podcast. I would love if you want to subscribe in whichever podcast player you happen to be listening in, and it would mean a massive amount to me if you were able to leave us a review, again, in whichever platform you are listening. Reviews are the way that other people find this podcast and can get support from it. So please do leave us a review as well, and until next time, we'll speak soon.